Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this one, we are going to work on task 2, configure local and global virtual network from the Microsoft Learning's AZ104 labs. If you're watching the video, you know that we have completed the previous video in the previous lab. Previous lab task in the previous video. Now we're going to go and do this. In the previous lab or task, we have created 3 different virtual networks. 2 of them are in the East US, where we need the local peering to be able to talk to each other, and there's 2 other. One is deployed in the West US, so if we need to peer them, we'll have to use the global peering. But in essence, they're the same thing. You don't have to worry about too much. You still do the same peering that we have done here. So let's just go to task 2. Where is my task 2? So somewhere here is my task 2 right there. It's a configure global, local and global peering. Okay. So I'm already in Azure. To get to them, you can also go and click on the virtual networks and click on virtual networks, and it will show you all the virtual networks that I have in my subscription. And you see these 2 networks, they're hosted in the deployed in the East US. I have another network that is deployed in the West US. Okay, so let's review the virtual networks, and then in the list of virtual networks, click on the VNet 0. So that is the virtual network we're going to start working on first. So what you see here in the settings section, click on peering. So nothing is peered. So over here we have a particular address space. If you go to connected device, so we have one VM that is deployed to this particular virtual network, and let's see, I have only one subnet. Okay, let's check out the others as well. So the next one, I have only one connected device. Address space is 10.51. Subnet we just checked, subnet 0. Okay, and the third one, I'm expecting 5.2 as the address space, which is correct. Connected device is the NIC2, and subnet is subnet 0. So they all look good. All right. So if I stay with the VNet 0 and go to the peering, okay, where is my peering? Uh, Peering. You see there is nothing configured. And if there is no peering, one virtual network, one VM cannot talk to the VM in the other network. So what we'll do, we'll start creating peering, and the peering is going to be the name like that. So AZ104 VNet 0 to VNet 1. We're going to do the peering between these two. We're going to go with the default allow, and this virtual network traffic forwarded from remote virtual. So this is what we are going to block all traffic to the remote virtual network. Okay, it says resources in remote virtual network cannot communicate to resources in the AZ104.05 VNet 0. Okay, then allow virtual network gateway. Where is my virtual network gateway? That is none, which is good. Okay, again, let's see. So this, I'm sorry, this one is going to be allow traffic. I make sure again, this virtual network traffic to remote virtual network. The virtual, so if you see that this language has changed to somewhat, right? So that is why we are having a little bit of trouble figuring, comparing, and that happens a lot with Azure. So again, the name we got correct. This virtual network traffic, this virtual network traffic to remote virtual network is allow. This virtual network traffic forwarded from remote virtual network, that is blocked. Okay, so traffic forwarded from remote virtual network is blocked. But traffic to, so traffic from VNet 0 to VNet 1 we are going to allow. But if somebody is trying to forward traffic from the remote virtual network, it's gonna block that traffic. Okay, virtual network gateway is none, and then the reverse. We need to do the peering on both ends. So over here, you're now doing from VNet 1 to VNet 0. So previously we have done VNet 0 to VNet 1. This time we are doing VNet 1 to VNet 0. And resource manager is good. Uh, Everything is good. Now the virtual network. So here we gotta choose the VNet 1 is a virtual network, and again allow, and this would be block and none. So that's all we need, and then hit add. Okay, and here a couple of notes. This step establishes the two local peering, one from the VNet 0 to VNet 1 and another from VNet 1 to VNet 0. So both were added at the same time. For example, we are in the VNet 0 and this is where we did all the work, right? But since we have connected to VNet 1, if we go back and click on VNet 1, go to the peering, you should see the peering should appear here automatically. So refresh, yeah, there we go. So that peering actually got created in the last step. In case you run into any issues with the Azure portal interface not displaying the virtual networks, you can configure peering by running the following PowerShell commands. You can also use this PowerShell command, but since we already got it correct, so we don't have to do that. Now, the next thing on the VNet 0, uh, let's go ahead and click on add. So we're going to go back to the VNet 0 again, and then go back to the peering, and then click on add again. And this time we're going to peer to VNet 2. So let's just do that and follow the same pattern, allow, block, none, and this time from the other side we are gonna use the reverse name to VNet 2 to 1. Again, in this case we're gonna have allow, block, and none. Okay. So this, let's see, make sure everything looks good. So we have done this, we've done this, and the virtual network we got selected. This is the one that we need to select. Block, allow, and block. Let's see, looks good. So for this, pairing name, virtual network 2. Yeah, I think everything looks good. So hit add. So this is going to add the other virtual network. Okay, so the peering is now complete. So this is two global peering. So here what we just did, because these are goes beyond a single region, this peering we just did, it's the global peering. Actually, you know what? I should have created in like UK or something, so it's like a really truly global. Uh, but anyway, so you know what we are doing here. So keep going. In this case, you run into issue. Then, if you have any issues, again, you can run this particular parcel command to do the peering. But since we have no problem, I'm gonna keep going. Navigating back to the virtual network, and in the list of virtual networks, click on VAZ104.05 VNet 1. So this pin peering, they are not transitive. Okay, so let's just go to VNet 1 and go to peering. And what you see that you do not have automatically, you did not get a peering from VNet 1 to VNet 2. Okay, that is very important for you to remember and understand. So if you really need a connection now between 1 and 2, I have to explicitly specify that. So over here, you need to come back to peering again and then hit create. This time let's use this name. Okay, then allow, block, none, and then on the reverse side put it there, then allow, block, and none. Okay, so again, let's look at none and block and allow. Yeah, all looks good. Now hit okay. Okay, here I need the virtual network, and this time it's gonna be virtual network 2, and hit add. So everything should be in place. So what we have done now, this is updating. Sometimes it takes just a little bit to update. So since we have connected VM1 and 2, now if I go back to VM2, And you see if I refresh, I should see there is another one. It will show up under the peering in a little bit, and there we go. Okay, so what we have done, we have now completed all the peerings, and if you go back to the architecture diagram, so we have created a global peering and the local peering, so everything should be able to talk to each other by now. All right, so that is the end of this task, and that was about configuring the peering between different VNets. Let's come back in the next lab, and we're going to start testing the intersite connectivity. Thank you for watching.